What's up, Picks and Parlay family? It's me, Detroit Lenny here. Bet, win, repeat on in full effect. It is Monday. Should be a national holiday day after Super Bowl, but whatever. And it's Monday. It's the 10th of February. We rocking and rolling. Stopped you in the house. Hit that button, y'all. Good luck today on your bets. Got a little this, a little that. We're going to go over a lot of NBA today. A couple college basketball games. Nothing extravagant. Tell me how your Super Bowl went. We'll talk about recap of that. Didn't go how I liked it, but turned out okay on props. Nothing. We ain't shaking sticks, you know what I mean? We're all right in the props. I got something on my teeth. Sorry. Captain Brian in the house. This guy, remember my playoff contest I was telling you guys about? The NFL contest? I messed up on the Lions in the one pick. It was stupid, whatever. But I finished, I think, in like fourth. I'm not even sure. I finished outside the money. Captain Brian finished in the money, though. Shout out to you, my friend. We were both, I think, on the Eagles as our best bet. Not the Eagles, the Chiefs. Sorry. We were on the Chiefs. That didn't work out. I actually threw a little money on the overtime bet. That didn't work out. That was just a dismantle. It's exactly how you beat Patrick Mahomes. It's been done before. Tampa Bay did it. And Philly did it. Just, I think they blitzed once, maybe. But that front four just, they could not block them. And I'm sorry, Swifty fans there, but like, Travis had a very bad game. Bad football was played from Travis Kelce yesterday. There was a lot of missed blocks. He didn't give two shits about he didn't even look like he had any kind of effort. Dude looked tired in warm-ups. Looked a little out of shape. Looked like that tour has been winding on him. A little chunky. I think he needs to go back to, excuse me, hiccups. Instead of that 70s, pimp look, I think you should go back to probably the 80s is more your era, like the Farva with a liter of Coke, shave your head, little, mustache, and be hungry. I didn't think the Chiefs looked hungry at all. I don't think the Chiefs looked I said this in a chat. Somebody stopped. I think me and you were talking about this on Twitter. And I'm like, man, I can't believe I'm going to say this about the Andy Reid team, but they looked unprepared. And the Eagles wanted all that smoke all game long. And they grabbed hold of momentum, and it was one of the few Super Bowls I can really say that I've watched, a handful of them that were over right away. And you knew Patrick was going to do Patrick things, but he tried to do too much, in my opinion. Way too much. He got happy feet. And once he started, as soon as he dropped back, 1 second, happy feet. And he was nervous in the background, knew he couldn't get it, got sacked like a bajillion times. It was not a good look for the Kansas City Chiefs. Can't tell you anything that looked good. I'm trying to think of a positive note for the Kansas City offense that looked good. You never even attempted to establish a run. Right away, because you were down right away, you started throwing the freaking ball deep all the time. And that's exactly what the Chiefs, or with the Eagles, said you were not going to do. They were going to put too high, and you're not going to get away with anything. Xavier Worthy anytime touchdowns was nice cash money. We had a teaser that was the Chiefs and the under, the over. And then we also had a teaser that was Philly and the over. So straight up, we had the under. I thought I was going to middle some shit. No, but all in all, Jalen Hurts over rushing yards, Jalen Hurts longest rushing yards, Xavier Worthy touchdown cashed, Dallas Goedert over 49.5, never got there for us. And I also this was never gonna cash, I guess, the way I liked it. I smacked this. I lost 5 units on this bet here. Saquon anytime touchdown in Kansas City money line. That was just straight up tease, like I don't say teaser, but parlay I did. Yeah, Saquon screwed me out of two parlays with no touchdown. But that's what the Chiefs came to do. They came to stop Saquon. Well, they kind of did. I mean, I'm going to look up his stats real quick here. He had 25 carries for 57 yards. And he had 6 catches for 40. So he didn't even have 100 combined, and he didn't have no touchdowns. I think if you play this game in the regular season, you're happy with what you did with Saquon. Problem is, that's all you stopped. Patrick, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. You threw it to Xavier Worthy, and that was it. And then you tried to throw it to Travis Kelce, who ended up with 4 catches for 39 yards. And some of you are going to be like, oh, yeah, that's not bad. Where Dallas Goedert had 2 catches for 27 yards. He's targeted twice. I feel like they should have targeted more. And Travis Kelce, I think he was he's got garbage yards, garbage touches, garbage catches, garbage yards at the end. I mean, this 40-22 thing, it should have been 40-2. Like it was bad. And let me tell you, your boy, he won a couple squares. I think I made I made almost my money back in squares. I think I had 100 in squares, and I won like 50 at one, and then I won 25 on it. So $75 on whatever on squares. But I have a square for the Lions for all the way through the year and any team they play, and then the Super Bowl square comes with. Super Bowl squares are every quarter is $2,000. Final quarter is 10. Yeah. Final quarter 10 G's. I had 2 and 6. And or no, I'm sorry. I had I had 2 and 6 because it was 22. We were hoping for some kind of bullshit breakaway touchdown end of the game. Don't kick the field goal. 2 and 6 for 10 G's. That didn't work, but that was the highlight of my let's get after this. Somehow at the very last 2 minutes. I really thought, I hate that we give away an MVP because Jalen Hurts was not the MVP of that game. 17 for 22, 221, 2 touchdowns as a pick seems pretty average. Sacked twice for 211. It's not what he did in the air or whatever. He also had 11 carries, 72 yards and a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes seemed like he was running for his life. The story of this Super Bowl was that defense. I thought the Chiefs did a little bit to slow Philly down. Like, I didn't expect them to slow them a whole bunch down. Couple stops here and there. But they did not do that. I did not expect Philly's D to shut down Kansas City the way they did. I thought Kansas City would be able to control the clock a little bit more. But they did not. They were not on the same page. And they should give out 4 MVPs to 4 starters of the defensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles. 2 of which could have been Lions. Those guys are studs. So that's where they're at. I thought Chiefs defense looked good, even though the score didn't show it. Mahomes' happy feet was something I wasn't accustomed to. So he gets happy feet when he feels the pressure. when he don't have time to just sit and wait for it to develop, and he will, but he has to know he has the passing protection, and he didn't, and he knew he didn't. I mean, they at one point they tried to double up Jordan Sweat coming off the one edge with Travis Kelce. He was supposed to block him, but he just blew right past that dude. The ball, there was some breakdown. The ball, shotgun, snap. The ball is snapped and in Patrick Mahomes' hand before Travis Kelce even reacts off the ball. Multiple times. Now, I'm not saying anything about whatever, but it just looked like trash. And then Pachenko is supposed to chip block him to help, and it's not a chip block if he runs through you. That's not it. No, sir. And that's what happened. And then Patrick, happy feet, and moves up in the pocket. He tries to move up so he can go left, right, which he's smart about, but normally that works. He rolls up into the pocket and he has protection. But when they're coming up the middle too, they circle this way. He goes up to go around the pocket, goes up into the pocket more, but then that's collapsing. So now you got four guys, and then he's here. And when he does get up further, the linebacker's right there. He's not getting anything too much. So it was bad. It was bad on Kansas City's part. I hope they bounce back. I feel like Travis Kelce looked old and didn't want to be there. That's for real. I think Patrick, it shows who you are when you're winning and who you're losing, right? And it shows more who you are when you're losing. And he should be upset about that. He should be upset about his performance. He should be upset about their offensive line. Just, I don't know what happened, but stopped. They just got outbeat, so it is what it is. But wasn't the worst Super Bowl I had. Damn near wasn't the best either. So, but let's talk about what we're on today, shall we? Which we got a decent little slate. I'm gonna put it while you guys chit chat. That's last year, yeah, Friday. NBA. I'm gonna put them all in the chat here, or they can scroll and over. So how was everybody else's? I mean, did we cash? Did we win? Did we come up on top? Under 237.5. I like that bet a lot. Tomorrow, I should tell you guys today. Tomorrow I'll be on early. Tomorrow I'm going to come on about. I'm going to come on early tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern because I have a doctor's appointment. I got to get a colonoscopy. Apparently, over my age, that's like a required thing. So I got to go to the consultation thingy. So wish your boy luck. So, and the only time, of course, they have it is the time, like 4:15. And I'm like, whatever. And Nuggets. Should have had this done earlier. Long night. Long night, folks. What do you want from me? Jazz has 1, 2, 3 turns. All right, so I'm gonna scroll that. That's the NBA I'm on. Quite a bit, honestly, but that's all that's really on. There's no this whole hockey thing, this battle for nations. Who put this together? Elon Musk and Trump? I mean, who would happen here? And like I heard a little bit about it, but then like we're doing this right in the middle of season. Like, there's no hockey for like a week except for this whatever. So oh no hockey. So that means we're cornered into some WNBA. Or not WNBA. I wish. College basketball and NBA, which I'm not. It's not horrible for me. I'm on a small amount of college basketball. UNC plus 6. Texas Rio Grande and Stephen F. Austin. I'm on the over on that. I'm not typing all that in. And Southeastern Louisiana plus 2.5. That's where that's the only 3 plays I have. The biggest play I have is I'm on UNC plus the points, so I'll just put that at the bottom at the end of this. Like I said, not much in college basketball. A couple plays I like. The UNC play plus 6. I also like over 142.5 in the Texas Rio Grande Stephen F. Austin battle. And then I also like the Southeastern Louisiana and Houston Christian Huskies. I like Southeastern. I like Louisiana Lions. Who doesn't? NBA, Cleveland minus points and over against Timberwolves. Washington and San Antonio under. It says Sours. It's supposed to say Spurs. Fat fingers. Spurs, Washington under 237.5. I'm on the Celtics 5.5, minus 5.5. Pelicans plus points 17. Like, come on, why? What the fuck? We talked about this. And I get OKC should run through them. They could run through them and win by 12 to 15. They don't have to put almost 20 on them. I think it's too much. I just straight up think it's too much. So it is what it is. I'm on by the Pelicans. And I hate this because now I'm gonna get some I'm gonna get screwed on some injury report stuff, but I'm hoping not. I'm on Denver minus points, Utah plus points. I like the Lakers by 10. I hate this 12. If this was 10 or under, I would have bet the Lakers. But I think the Jazz keep it a little bit closer, like around that 10 round range. So I'm going to take the 12 points. That's where kind of I go with that. So Dallas, I'm on Dallas despite Anthony Davis. What the hell with that trade? I thought it was a decent trade. I thought whatever that Anthony Davis does, Anthony Davis stuff comes out, oh, rah, rah. Big bad man on the court, does all this shit. Now he's out for a couple more weeks. Like, bro, how about you do minimal shit and be more consistent on the court? Oh no. I don't know. I don't know if our body, this is gonna get some sciencey shit on you guys right now. I don't know if our body can handle the growth of a man evolving, and these NBA players are like most of these dudes have built like more of a brick shit house than these NFL guys. I mean, like built. And then you got guys like Wambe, who is like, he looks like this. If he turns sideways, might miss him. You know what I mean? He's just a stick. And then you got guys like LeBron that have 16-pound bowling balls as shoulders. Uh, like one here, one here. There's like calm down. But that's where I'm at. Let's head back to the chat. Chiefs will be right up there next year. Hey, listen, they lost 2 games, one of which not one of their starters played. So their starters lost 1 game. It's a horrible season. Remember when Tom Brady and the Patriots went undefeated all the way to the Super Bowl? And then they lost. So yeah, I don't think the Chiefs are dead in the water, but I do think they need to regroup internally. I don't even want to say this because I think Andy Reid's a freaking Hall of Famer immediately. But I saw a meme said, finally, Andy Reid brings a trophy to San Francisco, or not to San Francisco, to Philadelphia. That was horrible. But I really think Andy Reid's maybe the game's maybe evolved a little bit. A little further than Andy Reid. Maybe just I see the start of it. Like in the next couple years, I don't know if the old big walrus is out there. Like this, he won't be the last coach Patrick Mahomes has as a head coach. And I think Patrick Mahomes stays in Kansas City forever. Okay. And Travis, I think, is seeing his day. I just hate to say it. He dropped some bad balls and he missed blocks. The effort from Travis Kelce. I'm not blaming Taylor Swift. I don't give a shit about if she was up baking Pop-Tarts all night or just slobbing knob. I don't care what she was doing. I just know he's the one to be held accountable, not her. So, you know. I kept it really, really light on the Super Bowl bets. I'll be honest with you, I wish I would have seen the Philly thing the way that others seen Philly because I would have destroyed shit. Yeah, but whatever. I had Kansas City as a side, which lost, but Worthy Hurts parlays, yeah, helped that in the day. Didn't play a ton, but as good a day as I wanted. Yeah, I mean, again wasn't horrible. Like I think I really got to check because I had a couple. I put money in certain sports books to bet. Like at the end of the NFL season, I will put I like cash out, and then I put X amount of back that I can only bet on the Super Bowl, and I spread that between like 3 books that I plan on using throughout the day. Caesars, Stations Casino here is local, and honestly, DraftKings, but it was hard to get a DraftKings bet in when, on Super Bowl Sunday because, I got to make a call and stuff like that. So stuck kind of mostly local Caesars type stuff. Did some good things for me for some bonuses that helped. Where I technically lost money when you factor in the stuff that wasn't tracked through BetStamp on the little stuff like, I won the toss. I won the toss. I won the toss with tails. But I won that for like $20. I had purple for a Gatorade. That didn't work. I had Kendrick to sing the national anthem, to sing Not Like Us. By the way, who liked the national anthem? Not national anthem, because that was wonderful. I really did think that was kind of just. Here's the thing with this whole Super Bowl. Now that I think about it, this whole Super Bowl wasn't. We built it up too much. We built up the teams. We built up the game. All the excitement. We built up everything. I didn't hear nothing about who was singing national anthem. I didn't even know till that day. Um, and it was good. It didn't move me. Okay. The Kendrick halftime show. What did you guys if for those of you that didn't like it, what did you expect? That's my question. When you took the kid from Compton, the 5'2" nothing kid from Compton, put a microphone in front of him who's beefing with what he thinks is a pedophile in another country on the biggest stage in sports for like 20 minutes. What the fuck do you think was gonna happen? I mean, he's a rapper from Compton, okay? And I don't mean to stereotype, but he was not gonna sing, um, Rocky Mountaintop. Okay, he was gonna do his hits, and if you didn't understand, I heard a lot of people, and I'm a Kendrick fan, man. Kendrick's in my top 5, okay? K. Dot will end you. I don't understand why Drake on this I know I'm going on this tangent here. I don't understand how Drake has a music career after Kendrick bodied him multiple times. But either way, um, I just don't see it. I thought it was good, it wasn't great. I thought it was petty, which I kinda liked. Um, when Serena comes out dancing, I don't know how you say the other girl's name dressed in red, SZA. It's SZN, SZA? I don't know, whatever. Um, Also Drake's ex. So you brought out Drake's famous exes. You had him sing and dance, crip walking out there. Uh, I loved it because I knew what it meant. I felt like I knew the story and shit like that. But I thought it was okay. I thought it was good. It wasn't great. Wasn't as good as Dr. Dre when Kendrick was on the Dr. Dre thing with 50 Cent, when it was in LA a couple years ago. Wasn't good as that. Um, Next year, I get that they're trying to go younger with the hip hop rap, Usher, kind of thing, Lamar. But there is something to be said about a rock band with a guest. I like that era of rock rap where I can have Aerosmith. I'm going to date myself right now. Aerosmith and Run DMC. Okay. Uh, Limp Bizkit and Jay Z. Or not Limp Bizkit. Not Limp Bizkit. That would be a great halftime show, though. uh, but not Limp Bizkit. Linkin Park and Jay Z. Stuff like that. I would. I think here's the thing with Kendrick, and Diane nails this right on the head. The symbolism or symbolisms in the halftime show was deep. You didn't realize some shit. People thought, oh, Lil Wayne should have performed. Absolutely. Absolutely, he should have. That's his city. That's Weezy's city. Okay? I mean, but it's like you go to Detroit, you get a Motown review. That's what you should. Okay. You know, um, different spots, whatever. But there's drama right there. Lil Wayne wasn't ever going to perform with Kendrick because of he signed with Drake. That's it is what it is. Like you're on that side of the fence. You're on that side of the fence. It's a business decision. Um, but I don't know. I thought it was you weren't going to get Lil Wayne and Drake and then people talk about Drake going to come out and squash this beef. That's not how rap beefs work. I hate to tell you all that. They don't just come out on the stage, hug it out, and perform a song together. You can't do that. You can't. He has, in his mind, valid evidence that Drake's a pedophile. Drake is P. Diddy's in Canada, basically. And it's those are big accusations. So, and then you just came out on the biggest stage ever and was told not to perform that song and did it anyway. Ask the ladies. He asked the ladies, "Oh, want to perform? I want to play this. I want to sing the song that they want me to hear. They want to hear it. What song is that? They have that song. Well, we're gonna do it, but they're gonna sue. I didn't do it anyway. And then bam, he did it anyway. And the dancers in red, white, and blue. If you're, I don't want to be political about it, but to go deep into this beef, Kendrick is pro-Democrat, right? Wheezy's not. Wheezy's pro-Trump. So there's a picture floating around with Lil Wayne and Trump, like, hi, whatever. Caught him, White House, maybe, I don't know. But he's got a picture. It's all red, white, and blue. Like, Wheezy looked like he dressed up nice for the White House, as well you should. And he did his thing, and then he took a picture, whatever. So the red, white, and blue dancers swarming and hugging on him was supposed to be America. Here's the symbolism. Okay. Supporting and hugging on Kendrick. Actual Americans. Not that Donald Trump's not, but just the political feeling that whatever about him. I'm not getting into that, but so there was a lot of that. And if you know the beef between them, then I think it elevated your halftime experience. If you don't follow the beef between them, you probably didn't understand a word he said. Didn't understand why he was yelling at people to turn his TV off or their TV off. Actually, I think he was yelling, turn his TV off. Like, Drake, if you're watching, you said he called you out by your name. But he to millions right in front of people. He stopped the show and said, Drake, I hope you're listening. And then continued. I did think it was awesome. Samuel Jackson comes out as Uncle Sam, and I wanted him to drop the MF word so bad. I thought again, good show, a deep show, not necessarily the best show. I mean, you're never going to get past Prince and Purple Rain in the rain, like outside in the like Mother Nature is a Prince fan. That she said, "You gonna sing this song, Prince?" Prince says, "Yes, Mother Nature." Mother Nature says, "I got you, Prince." Prince says, "You the best, baby." And then boom, it rained, and Purple Rain came on. You can't make that up. That was a religious moment for me. Let's head back up to the chat though. Let's see. I think I left off here. Kept it light. Yeah. So, as do I. Plus Decker is oldish. I don't want to say old-ish, but yeah. Yeah. I not opposed to this. Has he ever played left tackle? But he is a blindside song gun, man. Like you look up blindside tackles, and this Panay Sewell. I'm not opposed to this. And I thought I might be. And I'm playing this through. I still would put my offensive line against Philly's defensive line. Somebody asked me this last night. After watching this Super Bowl, do you still think your Lions would have beat Philly? No, I don't think they would have. I don't know because it would have been, I think, a more battled game. I think it would have been way under. I would have hoped our defense could have stopped them a little bit. I think it would have went. I don't think they would have threw 40 on our ass. Uh, I don't think we would have threw 40 on their ass. I think that game would have been in the 20s from both sides, but mm, I don't know. You know what I mean? I mean, they unleashed the Eagles, and now we're gonna have to hear. Oh, I don't want to hear the narrative. Is what's wrong with the Chiefs? They've also played more football than any other team in the last 3 years. I think they're tired. They look tired. I'd bet all those Chiefs players are still sleeping. Young Clemson, ooh, sorry for your loss. I'm on UNC +6, but there is room for both. I don't see it. I actually think North Carolina has a shot to win this game. They play. This is exactly the type of game that everybody would count them out. And yeah, there. I wouldn't. Also got a little 3-team parlay. I took Gold State money line, Celtics money line, Cavs money line. It's only plus 155. But it is straight money line in the NBA, and I think we're gonna get a chalkier night in the NBA. So much room. But here's the problem. A lot of that money, yeah, we got a lot of money. Aiden Hutchinson needs to be locked up. I hope I get a hometown discount from him, but I don't know. I mean, we will. We'll get some kind of discount, but I don't know if we'll get that discount that we want. I mean, everybody out there saying Myles Garrett, Myles Garrett, Myles Garrett. I mean, who doesn't want Myles Garrett, right? I'm not opposed to that. But if you give me the option, I'm taking Max Crosby. I think he's on the same level and 2 years old and 2 years younger. Strictly it's age for me. I think they're on the same level. And I feel like you put the bookends of Crosby and Hutch, and then you got DJ Reader and Ali McNeil in the middle. We're allowed to play man to man, like the Eagles were doing last night, and 2 high safeties and take away the deep ball. And then our linebacking core needs to take away the run game. So it's simplistic, which is crazy that it's so simple that it worked for Philly. But I prefer Max over Miles. But you know, you'll be mad if you get either one. But Hutchinson and that is going to take up some of that. And then you also got other guys you got to make some decisions on. I don't want to say you have to save money, but you kind of got to save money. Because you also have Brian Branch. You got some youngins that you can't get rid of. Brian Branch, Jack Campbell, Jamari Gibbs. Demo's probably got David Montgomery's probably got another contract coming up. I mean, not for not this year problem, but next year problem. But you don't want to be, don't spend next year's money yet. KC for sure. needs a left tackle. Like, it looked bad. Like, and they couldn't just bring in like more running backs to double team the outside because the other two coming up the middle were just as big a problem. It wasn't like George Sweat was the only problem. That whole defensive line, all four of those guys should get MVP trophies. Stop just giving it to the quarterback because he shows up. Like, couldn't pull up your show until now. Don't know what happened. We'll have to rewatch it later. You didn't miss watch me rant about the Super Bowl. All the plays are scrolling at the bottom. NBA and I have 3 college basketball plays. UNC scrolling at the bottom. A couple other smaller schools. Nothing crazy. It's gonna be like a slow week for me. No NHL. No more football to talk about. We're gonna do NBA. And like I said, no NHL really. Couple games for and we'll have pizza money bets on that. We're not gonna handicap a shit ton. Because how do you handicap? Yeah, it's whatever. So it'll be college basketball, NBA all week probably. Couldn't pull up your show yet. Have to rewatch it later. Anyway. Hated the halftime show. I did rant about that for a minute. And I understand why you hated it. And that's okay. I thought it was good. Great. I'm not gonna sit there and say that. I don't know what the odds were for Philly. I know what the odds are next year Super Bowl. Well, this was when I picked this sheet up over the weekend, so I don't know roughly. Kansas City should probably drop down from 6-1, but the Ravens and Buffalo are 6-1 at highest, like most probable. And then Detroit and Philly are 8-1. San Fran 14-1. Washington and Green Bay are 15-1. Rams 20-1. And then it goes down from there. I mean, Chargers, Vikings, Texans 25-1. And on down. Tennessee's 200-1. That's your dark horse. But Philly's about to get, their coordinators, that offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore. I think he's going to New Orleans if he hasn't already. I haven't done nothing on it, but you know what I mean? I think he's going that way. I would be surprised if both their both coordinators leave. That's my prediction there. I'm hoping everyone else is like Higgs. He has us missing the playoffs this year. The locker room motto message is going to be so simple this year. Let's go get that title, bring it home. Yeah. Like, we did the whole whatever the first year made the playoffs, one pride, whatever. Last year it was the road to the Super Bowl comes through Detroit, right? Well, that didn't work. Next year is just sit down, be humble. That's what next year should be. Take a page out of Kendrick Lamar's book. Listen to the song. Sit down, be humble. Stop reading your clippings. I don't want to say that, like, I love Amon-Ra St. Brown. But the dude is very vocal. And I just want to just play. I'm not trying to shut him up. I love that he talks because that's part of his swag, and that part of his swag that translates on the field and does whatever. But it's just sit down, be humble. 2+ touchdowns was my damn yeah. I felt crazy that I didn't bet his anytime touchdown. Yeah, the 2+ touchdowns because I thought I did so I didn't know. I mean, I really thought Kansas City defense could slow that shit down. I did. I thought they did not look like they did all year. And I get it. It's a long year, man. Banged up, this, that, or whatever. So that's kind of why I went with his longest rush over 12.5, which he got to 17 on a long rush. So I was good with that. And over 36.5 rush yards. So, and he crushed that at 72. So, I got that comment. Cashed Eli in the kick of destiny challenge. Peyton was the public side. He was. And he wasn't even the first one was those guys are dumbasses. Those guys are quarterbacks. And then they move it up 5. And he's wide right. And then Eli he knew exactly what he needed to do. I just need to drive it through. And he did. I watched it though. It was funny. Like catch up on the beef and read up on the symbolic parts, the rewatch. Then rewatch. Yes. Like I agree. Like find on middle-aged white guys like me probably don't have much TikTok references, but I don't know. Nowadays, you could just Google this shit. Google the Drake Kendrick beef. Get the quick version. Get the snippets. You know the cliff notes. And they're out there. YouTube and whatever. Google whatever. Somebody will give you a 5-minute video. You'll be all caught up. And Drake or Kendrick straight up protest. They paid him to do the Super Bowl show. He took their money and then told him he can do whatever he wants. They said they're gonna sue his label for performing that song. Everybody's gonna sue him. Like right, everybody. And I don't think like there's this he just opened up a can. He came out and said, I'll give a fuck about none of that shit. That's what he said. And they're gonna sue him and all that, and he did it anyway. I mean, he didn't cuss, I don't think. You know, he left out a lot of words he could say. You know, Lions only have 3 playoff wins in the last 60 years. Well, thank you for bringing that up because, you know, who'd have knew? Because it's not based off of the 60 years of teams. Last year's team could have won the NFC Championship game. Not a lot's going to change. They're not losing a lot of players. They're actually going to get better. Nobody's going to free agency. We're not losing anything. Like it's not like any of the key players are going anywhere. So all our key players are still here. Yes, we changed coordinators, but they're coordinators at the same sense. Like I don't want Ben Johnson to leave. I really didn't have it. Aaron Glenn. I might end up. Maybe I should care about that one at the end of next season. I might look back and go, damn, I wish Aaron Glenn didn't leave. But I'm okay with where we are coaching wise. I believe in Dan Campbell. I believe Dan Campbell doesn't put Dan Campbell guys around him unless they're Dan Campbell guys. So I'm not. I think we in the NFC is San Francisco better? I don't think so. Debo wants a trade. Is Philly better? Probably if they play like they did in the Super Bowl. Who else? Washington could be a flash in the pan. I mean, that was, rookie year. I'm not saying he is, but now we have now the NFL teams have, it's not like Jane Daniels is going to play that way all for the rest of his freaking career. I mean, he's going to have a sophomore slump. That people now we have film on him; they'll be able to adjust. Yeah, I think the Lions are a top 2 team in the NFC. Absolutely, it's us and the Eagles. I don't see anybody else that matters. The Rams are exactly what kind of team they should be, a wild card bubble team. Don't get me started about the Vikings. We haven't even got a chance to talk about NFL awards, and this is where the NFL is stupid. This is where the NFL kind of is rigged when it comes to MVP votes and trophies. Um, all that shit should not be written on or voted on by the what do you call it? The like writers and journalists and shit like that. No, they should not. Because a lot of those guys won't vote for you because you don't give them this, that. There's too much drama with that shit. Should be voted. Everything should be voted on by the fans. Always by the fans. We pay the salaries. We pay for the food. We pay for the stadiums. We pay for everything. So God bless it. Our vote cares. It matters. It's the only one that should matter. I'm sorry, Mr. ESPN guy sitting on a panel because you played 3 years in the league. Your shit don't matter to me. It doesn't. So while ESPN analysts argue over Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, okay. The real coach that got robbed was Dan Campbell, I thought. Coach of the year. I think you could give the coach of the year to the Washington coach too. But why are you giving it to the Vikings coach? What the fuck did he do? I'll tell you what he did. He lost in the playoffs. Oh, that's right. He lost twice to his division rival. Didn't win the title. Didn't win a division title. Lost twice to us. To the guy across the street. So I don't understand how you get the award for being the best coach of the year. I don't understand that. I just don't understand like how does that? That's just yeah. I'm not worried about the Vikings because the Vikings. Kevin O'Connell's not a great coach. He's going to shoot himself in the foot. Nick Sirianni didn't do shit yesterday. I'll tell you he outcoached Andy Reid, but I think Andy Reid never had a hold of that team. They lost momentum at the gate, and it was over from there. WA can't come back to the facts, man. Facts. I lost some WNBA almost as much as I want baseball. I want WNBA almost as much. The Chiefs are a bunch of young guys. They shouldn't be tired. I don't think they even wanted to win. Didn't seem too very excited to even be there. Facts. They are a bunch of young guys, though. Xavier Worthy's a young guy, sure. DeAndre Hopkins, over the hill. Travis Kelce, over the hill. Patrick Mahomes, younger, but middle of his career. I mean, he's 30. So I don't know if I'd say younger, but I wouldn't say over the hill either. His problem is he panics. I saw Jalen Hurts panic. They're maybe the worst Super Bowl in the entire Super Bowl history. That anybody want to talk about Jalen Hurts interception? I mean, like, oh my God, somebody's gonna tackle me. Turned his fucking head and threw it as far back and deep as he could off his back foot and hoped somebody was down there. If somebody wasn't down there, it was a penalty. If somebody was down there, he didn't even throw it close to him. Easy interception, boom, bang, pow. Like, I think the Chiefs a little older than you think. Longer in the tooth, and I think that they weren't hungry. Philly was hungry. Fat cat don't want to eat. Yep. Looked like they threw the game as many points off the game. Honest to God, at the first half, I was like, okay, like, would they have in the first half like 30-some yards? They had like one first down. Like, I must have missed something about the Eagles defense all year. Seems like every year in the NFC, it's either Niners, Rams, or Eagles. The The Rams last couple years, yeah, sure, the Niners, but they're who knows, right? Eagles are a good team, but I will put the Lions over the Rams all day, every day. Plus, they're getting rid of Cooper Cup. They told him. At least Debo asked for it. So those two teams have problems. Um, we don't. I mean, the last 2 years in a row, Lions made the playoffs, won a division. I feel like there should be in that conversation. Seems like every year the NFC, it's either that, 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 that. I mean, yeah, last couple of years. So what he was trying to do was step up like an in and then out. And it was not working. He did not have a time to just go back and out and around because, like, now you're 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage. You throw a 20-yard pass, you only have 5 yards. Whatever. You know what I mean? It didn't. I agree with you. Did not work. I don't know if he should have went one way or the other. I think he was surrounded and dead in the water. Defense was collapsing on him. I mean, just bad. At some point, I thought they were going to just pull his ass for like. I don't know. You know. I guess. Top two coaching coordinators. Too many times do coordinators who are really great at coordinating become head coaches that just don't do nothing. Okay. Um, the Jets are such a debacle, just a mess that I don't know if Aaron Glenn can survive that. Okay. Uh, I mean, well, I do like the fact that he went in and told Aaron Rodgers you don't have to come to OTAs. You won't be here next year. um, and you take Brad Johnson and it's still the Bears. I don't think they went to great situations. So might be good coordinators, not great coaches. So we'll see it. With that, only time will tell. Who cares about two rappers? It could be work to keep themselves relevant, smarten up. Well, two rappers, I don't understand. You say that like two rappers are not like. So would it be better if it was like, uh, what's his name from Motley Crue, the blonde guy, and Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses beefing? I just thought that's kind of what rap's about, is like rap battles and beefing. So if you're not a rap fan, and that's okay. Um, but I mean, on a bigger story, I don't care about the political side of it, but like he is straight up exposing a lot of celebrity people that we already know about, which I find comical to put them out there on national stage is all I'm saying. You ain't got to like it, but you know, Kendrick is not trying to keep himself relevant. Kendrick just won 5 Grammys for one song, a diss track, bro. He wrote a track about some Canadian rapper and pedophiles, and showed evidence as it being true. And I'm guaranteeing you, at some point in life, your little ass dance to some Drake songs that you should not be doing. To very much R. Kelly, bro. I mean, would you rather? I don't know. I don't know what the Green Monster's for. Jay Daniels did a fantastic job, 100%. I don't know how much he can continue that. Is what I'm saying. Who do you think should have been coach of the year? Honestly, I think Washington's coach. I think if he would, I mean, Dan Campbell, he's in contention. I'd sound like a homer if I say that I wasn't rooting for him, sure. But I think the Washington coach was better suited for it. I thought he had a better year with less. But that's my opinion. Every time. Every time. I don't think there was a coach of the year this year. Well, there has to be. That's an award every year. You can't just be like, nah, you didn't do. There's not like if you do this, you qualify. I mean, who turned their team around? Who said they were going to do what they were going to do? I mean, we said we were going to go to the NFC Championship and it was going to be in Detroit. We did that. I think it's he changed. I think the Washington coach changed the culture there, what they're used to. I think, honestly, I think Denver coach Sean Payton, I think he could have been up for it. Stuff like that, but yeah. Yeah, he beat them twice. I don't understand that. Locked in 2-leg parlay. How about Adebayo? Sure. At even on FanDuel. Good luck tonight. Thank you for the show, Lenny, as always. So tomorrow we will be on at 2 o'clock Eastern. 2 p.m. Eastern. The rest of the week, 4 p.m. Eastern. We got to come up early tomorrow. So some doctor can tell me I don't have ass cancer. Mahomes and Brady just start off their Super Bowl career 3-2 in Super Bowls. Yeah. Fair, but I still don't believe he should have won it. But yeah, if you don't know what's going on between the two, it wouldn't make sense. I could see if you didn't understand the rap battle between these two, or were fans of these guys, then you would not, you wouldn't, you would think it was the worst halftime show ever, probably. And I understand that, like if for those of you into death metal, scream metal stuff, I would think that's the worst Super Bowl show ever because I don't listen to that. I just always think whoever is hosting it, the halftime show should be like to the city, like if it was in Seattle, I'd want to hear grunge rock. I would, because that's what breeded that. In Detroit, they had a Motown review kind of thing. That's what it should have been. In LA, Dre and that whole West Coast rap, Snoop Dogg. I mean, they brought 50 out. Stuff like that, whatever. But that was Dre's dudes, right? I really feel like it would have been better off with Lil Wayne. But I'm a fan of this rap beef. So, I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But tomorrow, 1 o'clock, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. tomorrow. 2 p.m. tomorrow. I'm way over my time. I got to go. Good luck unless you're against us. We'll see you on the next one.